Greetings, ladies and lords. This is Tyran. Hope you are doing great today. Welcome to my first tutorial, The Golden Path. Too often I see players rushing their C30 while ignoring research, building power with sheer amount of troops, and on top of that sending wrong march formations when attacking. All of that is no good. That's why this tutorial will tackle the following three issues. What should be the right balance between growing your castle and doing military research? Which troops to train and how many? What is the right troops formation? So let's jump right into it. The best practice consists in having your military research max at least up to one level below your castle level before you upgrade your castle. For example, if you have C23, you get all your military research up to level 22 completed before you jump to C24. I know military research is expensive in terms of resources and speed ups, but if this can reassure you in early stages, it's peanuts if you compare to level 30 research. Just take a look at these crazy requirements. Oh, and when I say military research max, I don't mean siege research, which you will want to keep at minimum. I mean only infantry and archers research, not cavalry unless you want to specialize in cavalry. By the way, you can see here I went overboard doing cavalry and siege research. Should have stopped them at level 24. But back in the day I was in a friendly competition with Spartano. We were both in a frenzy, maxing all military research before upgrade. Friendly competition can be a great motivator, but it can also lead you to being overzealous. Gotta be careful with that. Keep in mind research can be your secret weapon, especially when your heroes aren't that great. Obviously, it will take more time and effort to reach C30 if you follow that path. But here's why taking your time to reach C30 is a good thing. Lower level troops like T6, T7, T8 are cheap to produce. You can heal and rebuild them easily if you get zeroed. If you acquire fighting experience early, you will have the required skills and stealth to kill and not be killed by the time you reach C30. Moving on, let's talk about which troops to train and how many. No matter in what troops you specialize, you need to train a lot of guards. They absorb the damage so that your main troops can be effective. Also, you need spearmen to inflict damage. They are especially deadly against cavalry. Odd tiers correspond to spearmen and even tiers to guards. And of course, you also need archers, which are very good at killing guards. Among archers, you have crossbowmen at tier 6 and 9, and they kill it at defense, whereas archers do better in attack. Next, you can slowly train cavalry. Its main purpose is to kill archers, but unless you specialize in cavalry, you don't need it. And finally, you have siege, and siege usually sucks, except when you use it for farming or plundering. Although, to be fair, you also have rams at odd tiers. And rams can be used when you run out of guards when attacking castles. Careful though, their purpose is to block damage when attacking castles, but they're not as good as guards. So it makes much more sense to train rams than siege. Some of that info I got from Hypnos, he's a troops expert. Otherwise, when using speed ups to train troops, it is usually best practice to use them only on guards, as they are the ones getting killed first. As to the total amount of troops you can safely retain, you gotta check your hospital capacity right here. You add to that 100k of Kingdom Hospital for invasion, Plus you add your hideout capacity right here or here if you won't forget to hide them again within 8 hours. That way you will have only wounded troops in case somebody zeroes you. Too often I've seen players with more troops than they can carry around and ultimately getting zeroed. You need to be either sneaky or strong if you want to retain extra troops. For example, I want to be able to hide all my troops with 2 march slots, so with hideout capacity my personal limit is 640k, my march cap being around 270k. And you can see I slightly exceed that limit. I'm gonna have to get rid of my cavalry next invasion. Attacking is good, but attacking with the right formation is much better. So let me present the regular march formation as I see it. Normally you need 25 to 35% guards in your march. 29% works just fine for me, and I put 29% archers as well. Let's calculate that for my march capacity without any buffs, which is 220k. Which makes 64k if we round it. 64k guards and 64k archers, and the rest I put spearmen. So this would be my attack formation. And for the defense formation, I would put my crossbowmen in there instead of archers. I've got only 31k crossbow. It's almost half of 64k, so it's pretty good. And 33k archers, 64k guards, and the rest spearmen. If my archers were better than my spearmen, of course I would have put only few spearmen and a max of archers, like this. Okay, this is it. Remember, doing military research before castle upgrade, fighting early to acquire skills, never sitting on too many troops unless you are a beast, and always sending the right troops formation. All of that is crucial if you want to follow what I call the golden path. If you have a different approach, let me know in the comments. Feel free to ask any question. In case your main castle hasn't yet reached level 18, make sure to have your castle invited to get nice rewards. You can copy-paste my code if you want. You can find it in the description as well. Next video should be the first installment of our last throne war. So like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet, and stay tuned. Until next time, ladies and lords.